Mr. Shaman Dotto, respected moderator, First Secretary of Swedish Embassy, other special guests, and Honorable Mayor of Mymensingh City Corporation, distinguished dear audience, journalists, Assalamu alaikum. I express my heartiest thanks and I feel delighted to be a part of this occasion. Actually, I don't know from where, I am a politician, so I am working for the nation. Holistic issue has to be addressed with as we have a commitment for the nation. The commitment have been given by father of the nation, which fortunately we could not secure him to alive and to fulfill the aspiration of the common people. So this is the very, I think, painful history, so I do not like to recall it, all these things. But anyway, we were seriously submerged under poverty. And now today, I feel delighted because of that. In this occasion, we are getting chance or we are bidding hours to discuss about the sanitation. Actually, we were crying for the food. It is the history of this country. We did not have all the basic issues. We do not have the money and anything else. We were looking forward to get the fuel 480 rice and wheat for survival. That is, it was the actually one of the decision of the USA that fuel says 480 relief will be given the country those per capita income was below $200. So this was the one good instrument which gave us the very bitter experience. But anyway, the journey when Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur started, our per capita income was $94. So in the year 1996, when first time Awami League came in power, then time we have to start our journey with the per capita income 329. So why I point out all this economic data? Just because it is just to present the actually real status of Bangladesh. So actually from then time, under the leadership of the Prime Minister in 1996, when first time she formed the government, we have to work out how we will start our journey. And she is the very key leader and she knew how and she learned a lot of things. Actually, to us, she is a very amazing lady, leader who have transformed the country in today's level. She is the only, I think, if I give the recognition, then she is the only person. Anyway, I start from there. Actually, in 2001, when maybe 121 political state leaders gathered in New York, and then time they reached a consensus about the MDG. Bangladesh is the fortunate country under the leadership of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. She signed in MDG, Millennium Development Goal. This Millennium Goal, actually after 2001, Awami League did not came into power. So the next government who came over power, they have declared like this way, this kinds of MD is not applicable for we like the country. But fortunately, under the leadership of Sheikh Hasina, we came again in power. In 2009, we formed the government. But this MDG we have taken on and it has been implemented successfully. Because of that, in the top of implementation score 1 to 6, we were within that and we have been awarded by the UN. So why I point out this? Then later on the SDG. Actually, SDG Sustainable Development Goal is the global goal. But we have our own goal because we have to transform the country in the level of the developed country, which was the dream of our independence. So this is why a huge work have been done, a plan have been taken, and the goal have been fixed for in 2041. We will reach to the, will lift the country in the level of the developed country. For transform up to this level, huge issue has to be addressed. And sanitation, water, hygiene, this is cannot be ignored like many other. Many issues we have already been addressed, and all these things is also taken in cognizance. You see, we have a huge deficiency of water supply, safe water. So now, by this time, we are able to mitigate 98% of the water for all the people of Bangladesh. Might be somebody will find out that this is actually not the safe water, this is not exactly, you cannot claim all this water is hygiene one. Yeah, there is could have some controversiality. Beside that, Bangladesh is an open defecation free country. So this status we have achieved, which would not be achieved by many contemporary countries. So this is that thing. But there is one of the question could be right. There is of course we agree. Yet this is not absolute perfect one. This is the safest one. So, but we are working for that. We know. Firstly, we have to reach the coverage, and then we will give our full effort for the quality. Everywhere outright we could not reach to the quality one. So anyway, and the Dhaka city have been divided in 5 catchment for the sanitation, sewage treatment. So, and accordingly there, our Dasharkanti sewage treatment plant already been completed, and it is under operation with 100% capacity. But there is one of the issue is there. Actually, this Dasharkanti was established initially for the consideration of the catchment area, Bolani, Gulshan, this area. But actually, as this is within this time, we failed to establish the connectivity network. We did not do. Yet this job did not been started. But we have one alternative. There is some big pipeline after collecting all the waste from the Dhanmondi and many other area, which is delivering through the Hatijil to Dasharkanti. And this was just today morning, Chinese ambassador came to me and we have discussed about the many issues of the development project, including this one. So it is operating, but our target of this is because we have another Pagla sewage treatment plant and Uttura treatment plant and Mirpur treatment like this way. So question rise whether full coverage, that is the formal and informal people's section will get the chance of this kinds of facility. Of course, it will cover all everything, but might be initially starting if nothing could be reached up to this kinds of a precise position. So, but in course of time, I think it will be done. Anyway, but we are Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. This is the dream country of father of the nation. He believed no one will be behind. So we cannot forget our village. We cannot forget our whole country. And that there is a lot of lean area where there is a lot of problems is there. We have a comprehensive program to cover everything, not only sewerage, beside that many other things. So that I also personally appreciate non-government organization, NGO, they come forward spontaneously. This is a non-government organization. There is a private sector is there. There is a government sector is there. In collaboration and engagement of all sector, might be somewhere else. NGO is doing better job. Cause of that, government also, from the part of the government budget, also financing to the NGO. It is not normally, we are not actually point out in it. Government is very keen and giving the appreciation. Whenever any source of failure or any sort of criticism is required to demonstrate about the NGO, then because whenever they derail or something else out of their purview, they are engaging for anything else. So then it comes to the actually responsibility of the government to find out, to demonstrate all these things. So then they became holistically, actually government is not against the NGO. NGO, government, non-government organization, they doing good job. Private sector, actually in whole over the Bangladesh, because today's our economic status and many other where private sector is doing very excellent job. And the government, from the government side, all the mega project will be done. So I think we are very much aware. Government cannot do everything. Government will facilitate, government will regulate, government will are liable to make accountable or on behalf of the people to fulfill the aspiration of the common people. So I think government is doing government job, and there is no conflict, there is no misunderstanding. So I think I think everything is, we are working according to our target. You see, 2041 we have a long-term perspective goal, our destination we have fixed. But SDG, and we have a Delta plan. What is Delta plan? I think everybody is aware that Netherlands is the leader of the water management. So when our father, our Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in the year 1915 visited the Netherlands, and she requested the Netherlands government, as we are also Delta country, and they have a lot of bitter experience of Delta challenges, how they are managed and how we can manage. So a cooperation is required. So she requested them, and then they have cooperated us. So on this context, 2018, we able to adopt the Delta plan we approved by Honorable Prime Minister. And so SDG, our national goal, Delta plan, we are coexistingly we are working, no conflict is there. So just to reach our destination. What is our destination? Fundamental is that fulfill the aspiration of the common people. For this, lot of actual planning work have been started. I express my thanks to the Shemon Dotto, like him, many other also very philanthropist people. They love the country. Ultimately, I am a minister here. This is my present portfolio, my present designation might be. But ultimately, what is my private designation? I am the citizen of this country. If I can leave the country in such a glorious position, then I will not be deprived, and I will feel proud. I want to be proud man. I want to see all the peoples are proud man. And it was the desire of the father of the National Government, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. So we are working. So that I think there is no conflict, there is no misunderstanding, and many innovative ideas have been developed somewhere else about particular this sanitation sector also. Yes, Sohitpur I have visited, one FSM, fecal/management, they are managing. But there is one big challenge. You cannot, might be one showcase have been demonstrated, but if it could be replicated everywhere, it is also big challenge, because people have to be capacity, have to psychologically, cognitively, his cognitive knowledge has to be in such a level so that he can adopt all these things. He will not earn. And all the public representatives, you see, nowadays we, in the whole over the world, and the educated peoples and the non-educated peoples, everyone reach to the consensus, unless otherwise, you can empower. You can make active all the public representative organization, that is local government institution. Actually, you cannot choose to the destination according to your desired time. So it is very easier. It is a good policy. But the policy, you see, all the public representative, he has to know his job. You see, you got the lot of training. You got the chance to your person to be a student of the Dhaka University, Buet, and many other. We got the chance to learn many things else. But these people, those might be not that up to that status, that much level he do not have. So, but he have been assigned with a particular responsibility. For performing his responsibility, we do not have the actually training institution. You see, after Mr. Shamal Datta, I want to call your attention. This is why, because whenever first time I became a minister, then I have visited the NILG, local government institution. So I was not aware what is the function of this organization. So whenever I go there, then the DG of that organization, he was give me the welcome reception, and then it was presented like this way, that it is a ceremony. I am the chairman of this organization. As because I came over here and they will take lunch, then this is the thing is over and there is a board meeting. And so, but whenever I enter there, I sit in the board meeting, a discussion has been started. Then I find, oh, it is a very fantastic organization. I was looking personally for this kinds of a organization who can contribute, who can make our peoples very functional, especially for the local government. So then I trying, so that I understand, and the meeting was held about 3 hours time, instead of the 10 to 20 minutes. It was 3 hours, and a lot of things have been discussed. And through the discussion, I reached the consensus. It can be, it is a very good organization. It can contribute a lot. So finally, I became a cruel. Then I have to transfer this DG because he is not functioning properly. And later on, I have deployed another additional secretary. I was searching who could be the right person to contribute here, and under the leadership of the present DG, actually instead of 3,000 training, he did within the lot of COVID, there lot of unpredictable situation. Instead of that, he have trained 31,000 last year. So this is this kinds of it. So because we have to give a collective effort. Actually, single effort cannot be. I cannot transform the whole Bangladesh. But from my position, I will work. From your position, you work. But ultimately, we have to join the hand. So once we can join the hand, you see, somebody could give you the relief. They will not contribute you to transform in your position in a fastidious position. I am actually matured person. I got the chance in my whole life because of many reasons, travel whole over the world. I have seen the many characteristics. Today's ambassador of the China, and China is the second largest economic power in the world. USA economy, GDP is 23 trillion, and China is about 18 trillion. This is the later on everyone is a far distance. So anyway, so the big power, and because of the huge demographic size, then when I was sharing with him, I told we are the 50% of the population stand compared to the USA. USA 340 million and we are 170 million. This is a lot of challenge. There is a lot of weakness. There is a lot of burden is here, but there is a lot of opportunity here. If once we can convert all these peoples as wealth, so then we can face a lot of challenges. Anyway, so then I told many things have been come to the discussion, and I myself actually I was to say about the China. China I have seen in my own eye. The Shenzhen was the one city they had made. So this time I was involved with the trade and commerce, something else I am doing. I am trying to do something for my livelihood. So then I visited my friends and my all the relatives. They were pointing out me whether I visited Shenzhen. Shenzhen was the actual showcase for the China. And the Chinese government was demonstrating to go Shenzhen to see how very beautiful city they made. But now I have seen 100 city far better in status they have made in whole over the China. They have transformed whole over the China within the how many years? It is if the journey have been started from the 90. Now it is how much? 30 years? 33 years. They became the superpower in the world. So why Bangladesh cannot do? I have a absolute confidence about our nation. Our peoples is very hard-working peoples. In compared to the many countries of the world, Europe and Africa, our people are very submissive and law-abiding. So once this is a very big quality, they have a respect about the law, but maybe because of the misfortunate, we could not rule properly. We could not be ruled properly. Did not been lead properly. So this is why. But you see, compared to the $700 2009, and this $700 of the per capita income also reached because of our Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in the year 1996 first time, because of the coming in the power. So this was that $700. But now our per capita income is close to 3,000. How could it be done? So within that one decade, if we can achieve this kind of status, so why cannot reach to our destination according to our desire and that? So anyway, I don't want to continue more about that. So about the particular issue, I think sewage treatment plant and fecal sludge, all these things, actually from the private sector, they are taking initiative in the municipality area, how it could be income generative and it could be sustainable and revenue income, all these things have been done, could be done. So it is, I think, it is another dimension. And from the government side, government will do all the mega projects like I have explained you regarding the sewage treatment plant, Dasharkanti, Pagla, and many other areas. But in the municipality area, I think some sort of new model could be arranged. And about the peak and the waste management, waste management, after taking the charge of the ministry, I have worked out for how could we can manage the all huge waste every day generating in our north and south, both the city corporation every day is at present Mr. Dasi generating about the 4,000 ton per day. So it is no option other than to eliminate. How we can eliminate? So the incineration is the best process because it is densely populated, densely waste generative area. So this is why I have myself have visited Korea, China, Taiwan, Thailand, and Singapore, Japan. So after moving all everywhere, then I find I reach to the solution for the solution of the waste. It is the only option, good option is the incineration. That is, we'll burn it and will generate electricity, produce electricity. Then our division will buy the electricity and throw that the investor. I have selected the investor. I have called all the investors, those who wants to come here to invest for the waste to energy sector. So they come forward and we have given the land and we are giving the waste and they are burning it and producing electricity, and electricity through the selling the electricity, the investor are getting back their profit. So this is one of the good option we are doing for that. And for other option is that you are telling that the fecal this sludge, this mixed waste, maybe you can go to for the fertilizer and many other way. But it could be, but it could be according to my perception, it could be the right one, incineration. Collectively and individually, collectively might be any municipality do not produce huge quantity to operate is good for the operation of the any waste to energy plant. But collectively, wherever every village, everywhere you have to take within the purview. So if we can take in connectivity of all the villages, all the municipalities and every houses, so that it could be manywhere we can set up about the 500 to 600 waste. If you can collect, then you can operate one plant. The technology reaches up to this good level. So I actually I think that is good numbers of the expert from the various sector. You have got the chance to share within yourself, and might be this kinds of discussion will be continue. And I myself, if I get the chance to learn something else, by engaging with you, so that the purpose for what you have holding this occasion, a lot of new idea will be developed, and we can also enjoy the facility of ideas. Thank you very much for. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone.